I want to share a thought with you today. I want to read this passage of scripture from Luke chapter 14, verse 26. And this is Jesus talking. And he says this. He says, "If anyone comes to me and does not hate his own father and mother and wife and children and brothers and sisters, yes, and even his own life, he cannot be my disciple." Now, I don't know about you, but when I come across that language, especially the word hate, in our society and in our day, that word has a sense of animosity, a sense of ill will, a sense of despising, all of those different things. But what's interesting is in the use of this word, there's two parts to it. Number one is it's a Jewish idiom, and an idiom is a word that doesn't necessarily mean what it normally would mean. For example, if you say "I died laughing," that's an idiom. It doesn't mean that you literally passed away. It means that you laughed hysterically, for example. The other part is it introduces what's called a hyperbolic contrast. It means it's a super extreme contrast. So in this, Jesus is not saying that you have to hate your parents and hate your spouse and hate your kids and hate your life. What he's saying is that if you were to compare your commitment to him and your love for him to all of those other relationships, that the love and the commitment to Jesus would be so strong that the other ones would almost look like hatred in comparison. He's using this to create a very, very large gap. You see, Jesus doesn't call us to be committed to him and to love him just a little bit more than our spouse or our kids or our parents or our brothers and sisters or even our own life. He's saying that we should be so committed and so sold out for him that our own life, our own rights, our own relationships, everything, the contrast, the gap between those two is very clear, that Jesus comes first by a long shot over even our own desires and over our relationships all around us, even the closest ones. So the question really, I think, and I know I'm challenged by it myself, is how much more do I love Jesus? How much more committed am I to Jesus? How much more important is Jesus in my life compared to my own will, compared to my relationship with Wendy, compared to my kids, compared to my family life? And that's a really good test for the heart, for us to ask ourselves and to be committed to Jesus with all that we are. Have a good day.